Yes, sire. I come here, them a the come in a the Babylon, them a the come in a the African bo. Yes, sire. African himself, I am Moses there. A Mosiah young lion there. Here with a tutorial man on using Unity 3D. And today I'm going to show you guys how to prepare your maps using Blender. This is a scene from Blender. I created this scene in Blender and to later import it into Unity 3D and use it in your game as a level. So I'm going to show you how it looks like, how I did this. I just want to teach you guys how to do this. So let me open up Blender and show you guys how it looks like inside Blender. Anyone? Oh, so this is the scene that I created in Blender. It's the entire level. We got the trees here, and what I did is that I modeled each of these assets in different blend files, then reassembled them in this blend file. So I would model them. I'd open a file, a new file, model, let's say, the tree. Then once I'm done, I'd save it and append it. So all of this, I created them in different files. They are in different files. I just appended them into the scene and just made a basic arrangement. So let me, I'm sorry I sound a bit nervous. I haven't smoked any weed today. Not that I smoke weed, man. It's African way of life, African liberty, and I feel as if I'm talking too much. So like, let me see, remember where I placed those files. Desktop, yeah, okay. So okay, so the first thing that you do when preparing a map for your game in Unity or any other game engine is to develop a map or a basic overview of how you want your map to look like. So leave all this other stuff for now and concentrate on this first quarter, which is the one that I have modeled. My plan isn't detailed. It only represents the houses and where they are located, but it's advisable to have it very detailed, depending on what you are doing. So this is a very basic, it's childish, it's very childish, but I understand it. As long as you understand your plan, it's okay. So I went ahead into Blender and I created 4 planes like this ones. Like this first quadrant represent one plane, this also one plane. So I went and did that in Blender. So this is the first plane, the second plane, the third plane, and the fourth plane. Once I did that, I went ahead and imported a basic model of a human being, which is to act as a reference, so that I don't, whatever I import into the scene, I keep it into proportion. So I'm using it as a ruler or a measuring tool. So that's the height that I want it to be. So this is like the player height inside our Unity game. So taking that into consideration, I modeled all these cubes, not more, I just created them, which represent the houses, just roughly. So after that, I started smoothing them out and start like creating how the houses would look like from my sketches. I'm sorry I did not scan them in. So what they look like is a ground and a few rocks and a house on top of the hill. So taking that in consideration, I did that, textured it. This is what I was talking about. This is how it looked like, and like a house. Yeah. And this is what I wanted to show you. This was the blend file. I did this in Blender. It would be better if I. So I had modeled this in Blender. So what I did, I went into the save, and I saved it inside the Unity folder or the Unity file, so that whenever I make changes to it, for example, if I make changes to it, let's say delete this, and I go back to, you have to save it first. I delete that and save it and go back to Unity. Unity will automatically detect that changes have been made to the blend file, and it will apply it to the file inside Unity. So this is going to take a while because my computer is not that strong, and there are kind of a lot of things inside the scene. Not a lot actually. You see? Yeah. So Unity detected that I made changes in Blender, and the changes also reflect in Unity. The advantage of using this is that you won't have to re-import everything once you've made changes. So let me go to assign, Control Z and Control S to save, so that the church can go back. So basically that is what I was trying to explain here. So I saved the file in Unity. Whenever I double click on it, it takes me to Blender. I make changes, I save, I minimize or close the Blender window, and changes are made inside Unity. So this is just a picture. I was just playing them up. This is the house I modeled outside Unity, then placed it on top, then gradually just making changes, adding assets, modeling, adding it until you get to this. So that's how I pipeline Blender with Unity. Yeah, so if I can go back to my scene, it's going to take a while again. I'm so tired. Sorry about that. Sorry if I sound a bit nervous. This is like my first tutorial. I haven't been doing tutorials. I just decided to start doing tutorials a while back. The name is His Excellency Most High himself, Emperor Loyal Rasta African Man. Those are just titles, man. They're not my real name. My real name is Moses, but you can call me Young Lion Mosiah himself. I'll make a link to my email address, and you can hit me up on any questions that you might be having. And for now, what I want to do is to import to create a character so that you can go through our scene. The first person controller, drag it up, and press play. So as you can see from everything that I did in Blender, pipelining Blender with Unity, this is the result. You're able to create your maps efficiently using I'm stuck using Blender. So you edit your map externally in Blender and it's updated directly into Unity. I haven't finished this project. It's supposed to extend to these other parts, all these cubes. If you want me to continue this project, I can continue. I can do it live. I can do tutorials on this project. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe record as I am finishing it so that you can learn more. Just let me know. Leave a comment below the video, and yeah, we can do that. So yes, aya na ya safara de makoma ya de madikomi na de Babylon de madikomi na de Rastaman Africana Bo. Yes, I. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Young Lion himself.